Right, I'm gonna like start rattling on about this playlist I've made for fuck of it. Like, I don't know, I need to have a minute in sun. Like, I'm absolutely exhausted, and I just want to like rattle on for a minute. You know what I mean? Can do what I want. It's my channel. You know, I'm gonna miss you. Like, yeah, that one. Yeah, it's good. That yeah, that's cheese. Better Call Saul end credits. You better go and listen to that. That's like when you're looking damn good. Like, just, I don't even know. Caravan. Now that's really when you're putting the skill set to the test. Like anybody that's ever shouted something like at you, some sort of fucking idiot. Like, it's time to show him that even though you're playing his game, you're doing it better than he ever could. You get undrummed, Baldy. You know, it's my game as well. I did show it's my aspiration to do this. Like, you're acting like people are saying, like, well, Terence Fletcher's won here. Like, well, who smashed the cymbal and got up on stage after being ridiculed? Like, what the fucking, like, what are you watching here? Like, yeah, he's doing all the hand symbols. It's kind of a reciprocality. Like, if you think that Terence Fletcher's like sort of infected this minds me with resentment, like, you better realise that he wasn't even that good to begin with. Like, you know, he fucks his girlfriend off, you could say like, well, it's all because of the trauma, but like, karma's a bit weird. Like, you know, Neiman's, I do like Neiman, but he's like, he wants to be filled with rage so he can become happy about the intense power that he's got from it. Look, like, some people draw power from something in particular, like, more than something else, like, you know, emotionally. And that happens to be what he is. Like, you know, other people have different things. Like, Captain Kirk's very cunning and fucking brave. And, like, you know, like Darth Vader, like, he's actually very loving, but he's so loving that he becomes like selfish and greedy about it, and gives in to, like, you know, I can't lose you because I've already lost my mum, like, and all that. I'm laughing because I'm to the point now where, like, you know, I'm in immeasurable pain all the time, and you ought to wonder why the Joker's laughing in the film. What am I talking about? Is this recording? Forgot where I was then. We'll paint the town red. Yeah, all right. Come alive, like, yeah. we ought to consider it. Crystal blue persuasion. Ooh, it's a camping sensation. You can't tell me, right, what characters in stories are actually like the best ones. Like, have you often like considered that somebody with some sort of self-righteous motive, just because they've got a police badge on, doesn't mean they're actually a good dude? What, like Hank Schrader? You know, what, you on the brain the skies of Wisconsin? Like, we're not going to hold that against you. Like, you know, I appreciate you picking on me because I'm a bit of a, like, pushover, but, like, you're bald and you're not even that funny. There'll be no further discussion, Hank. Like, I'm better at being bald because I've got a better skull than you. You can act like it's not true, but if yeah, nobody can argue the point, and Mike Mew would argue. But it's in the eye of the beholder. Like, Marie Schrader doesn't want to look at Walter White because all she wants to do is, like, you know, start sticking pins in his head. But then, like, really, you know, she wants to see him end up, like, in bars so that she can, like, give him a stern look. I don't know. But then, did Hank Schrader like deserve to be stopped? Walter White definitely did because he was off his head. But then he kind of pulled it off in the end, like, you know. And Hank Schrader, he's a brave dude. He sticks up for his mate, you know what I mean? Like, Gomes or whatever. Like, you can't put him down, but nobody's good in that show. Who's good in that show? What makes you think that reality's not a bit similar? Like, did you understand what's happened to Jesus? Like, he got possessed. Like, fuck. I know this. Like, how do people know things? Like, you're saying Jesus existed. Like, he knew things, right? That's what you're claiming. But then, yeah, as soon as anybody else offers something else, despite any irrevocable sense they might be able to make out of it, you either assume it's deception or that they're just off their head. Like, what? Some like that might be true a lot of the time, but even in schizo people, right, people that are described as schizos, there will be a pattern that is discernible from their expression because the thing is about order and chaos is that those are like divided concepts. But does that mean that there's separation? Well, sort of. Like, depends on how you look at it, and that's a very important point that we've come to here, the tipping point. So, like, you know, that's enough to discombobulate you. The groove is in the heart, and you better start running, because this is Psychoville. Anyway, you know, Mila's dance party there, like, you better go and play the game. Futurama theme, that's the 2-minute one where Bender doesn't start banging on in the middle of the song. He ruins the fucking song. Peanut butter jelly, like, shout out to the scaffold man. Like, we're at my flat in Wigan, like, you know, the scaffold man started singing it, and I thought, like, wow, I don't even remember hearing it in the past, but it sounds familiar. And then, you know, I had a little dance to it when I'd come out the loony bin. Oh, it was gorgeous. You know, God's cop. Girls on film, like, like me and Lucifer in loony bin. we got on with that. You know, you all thought he was bad, but that's just a narrative. You know what I mean? The Go Team Bottle Rocket, like, that reminds me of someone. That'll be the end of the discussion. GoldenEye, like, you know, you're gonna have to listen to that one because I'm not saying anything about it. Hobo Rocket, you know, I've already made that video. You've probably seen it. You have to watch it to the end, and like, if you don't get it, then you don't understand what's happening. Yeah, The Incredibles, like, he's got an incredible theme song. Modern Warfare 2 Rangers theme song, like, that's the song you want on when you're walking into the Aldi. Yeah, like Operation Good Guys, like, you know, you need to go and watch that show because it's pretty funny. Rabbit Run, like, run, rabbit run. Don't let the farmer have his fun, fun, fun. He'll get by unless he doesn't see the blue sky. Rock and roll, like, I don't like Gary Glitter, but I do like the Joker, so I have, like, you know what I mean? He probably didn't even write the catchy guitar. He just stood there and looked crap with that kit on. So, you know, whether he did or not, like, I like the Sturs scene. Like, well, I didn't write the song. Now, before you start making, like, assumptions, like, you know what I mean? Like, I like synchronicities. But yeah, like, you know what I mean? There's no intentions here. Like, I don't, what would I want to do that for? Like, if you come to that conclusion, Like the thing is like, why has that happened? Like, you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So how has that happened? Anyway, Team Fortress 2, the medical sort it, should ring true. Motortown, like, you probably heard me, like, like, singing that at some point. No one wants you around when you're down. That reminded me of a hole I dug myself. Like, somebody grab the wheel. Like, I can't be bothered grabbing the wheel. Somebody needs to do it. Wrap it up. Like, merry capitalism. Shaolin Showdown intro. Like, we need to watch. Like, out of all the shows that I watched as a kid, that one was probably my favourite, to be honest. There was other ones that were really good, like SpongeBob and Ed, Ed and Eddie, and fucking, like, what else was good? Regular Show was quite funny, actually. Adventure Time was good, but, like, I don't know, I didn't like a lot of the characters that much in it, and I didn't really like a lot of the simplistic sort of, like, faces and shit. It's just some, like, shit, like, you know what I'm talking about. To be honest, Rick and Morty's a bit like that, but Rick's really funny and, like, at the start when he's dribbling and shit, like, oh, Morty, I'm a functioning alcoholic. Anyway, we made a load of tech here, like, we got in the dimension. Well, you can't go to school because we've got proper learning to do here, but, like, you're supposed to turn them shoes on. You are now leaving Fear and Loathing, like, somehow the song sounds better in the film, so you better go and watch it. But, like, I've not spoiled anything for you because, like, if I didn't say that, what makes you think you'd have ever watched it? So, you don't know when it's coming. Like, just make sure you don't look at the time bar. Like, so, see, like, you need to make sure that you don't, like, press pause so you can see how much of the film's left. Anyway, well,